If walks like a duck and quacks like a duck and goes for it on 4th down, it all starts with if. Because if becomes when, and when becomes now, and now becomes how, and how becomes wow. We if at the University of Oregon.
Thank you for giving us pride.
For the memories we will never forget.
For setting the standard for every Oregon student athlete.
Being a role model for myself and my teammates.
For being someone that our brothers and sisters can look up to.
Thank you for showing us what is truly important.
For uniting a community.
For proving that nice guys can finish first.
For demonstrating how to win and lose with class.
Toward the end zone, he's got a touchdown, Oregon. Marcus Mariota.
Thank you for exemplifying what it takes to be a champion.
For being a true friend.
For being a leader.
For showing the world what it means to be an Oregon Duck.
The MVP is number 8, Marcus Mariota.
The winner of the 2014 Heisman Memorial Trophy is Marcus Mariota of the University of Oregon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marcus.
Thank you, Marcus.
Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, Marcus.
Parfait, Charlie Lava. God bless and go down.
There have been so many good football players to come through wearing the Oregon uniform. Joey Harrington, LaMichael James, but none of them come close to what Marcus Mariota was able to do. Coaches, players, and the community alike all thank Marcus Mariota for showing what it means to be a student athlete here at the University of Oregon. And Marcus has really defined what a new normal is for a student athlete here in Eugene. We want to thank GoDucks.com for the use of that video as well.
A little pressure off the offense. You're right. They might be the team that steps up.
Well, a contender is what I'm suggesting. I'm not suggesting bowl game. I mean, playoff bowl games, but.
No, but
to make themselves a force in the North.
Right, because right now, we know there's 2 teams that are the behemoths, and then
as you see the level at which Oregon has played,
and you're always the excuse. Well, they lost Cam Newton. Well, think of all the quarterbacks that have come through here, and they've maintained the high level of play year to year. All the running backs that have come through, and they maintain it year to year. It's been a very impressive program in the last 10 years or better. Of course, it all started with Rich Brooks starting to build it.
Well, that's nice scrambling and elusiveness from Travis Johnson. Again, this is Travis Johnson now, who is an incoming freshman. Did get a couple of series in the first half.
Do they get excited by it? When I was younger, I was excited by tradition. I loved the tradition of these teams. And
is that Carrington?
That was Carrington.
That is. That's Carrington who caught that for a touchdown.
This ball, throwing on the run, keeps his eyes downfield. That's what you like. Young quarterback being able to do that. Kind of puts it up there, and defense needs to close on that ball. Carrington, nice job attacking the ball, as you said. But this has been an entertaining spring game. As you know, Oregon always is, but they've done a lot.
What has this spring been like for you, knowing that Marcus is gone and the competition is wide open?
Yeah, it's definitely been a different feel without number 8 here. It took a little bit to get used to, but it's exciting, and it's good to be in the mix.
What do the coaches tell you? What are you trying to work on this spring?
Just being, stepping up into that leadership role. We lost a lot of big leaders last year, and kind of stepping up and being more of a vocal leader and kind of getting everybody on the same page.
You were Marcus's right-hand man for so long. What do you take? What do you learn from a guy like that?
Yeah, I mean, it was a privilege kind of being that close to him for a while, and I would just say the biggest thing he taught me is just how to handle everything that comes with, being a quarterback here, whether that be success or failure. The way he went about it was pretty tough to do, and just learning that and seeing that from him was pretty cool.
Now, in this spring game, you're over on the green team, but the other side looks like they have a lot of trick plays going on. Are you a little jealous maybe of what they're doing over there?
You have to have trick plays when you're down 35-22. If Coach Frost wasn't losing by so much, he wouldn't have as many trick plays.
Overall, how has the spring been for you now, culminating with the spring game, knowing that there is a lot going on, but just trying to come out and have fun as well?
Yeah, it's been a good spring. I think I've learned a lot and gotten a lot better since the first practice, and it's going to be a lot of fun going into summer and kind of seeing how it goes in the fall camp.
Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it, Jeff.
Thank you very much for having me.
Best of luck. Ted?
All right, Jeff Locke from Alamo, California. That's the East Bay. So 4 quarterbacks have split fairly well split up the day. Oh, there's a nice adjustment for an Oregon. Of course, it's an Oregon touchdown. That's Casey Eugenio on the catch.
Nice adjustment by Eugenio. That ball was thrown. Defender loses his way. Eugenio keeps his eyes towards the quarterback, so he makes that adjustment with a pretty tough catch, having to turn himself around, contort his body.
That's the whole story. Glenn Iheanacho was the defensive back, didn't know. Travis Johnson fired that ball out. They've announced 35,800 the attempts. Just think about that. 35,800 for a spring football game. Again, an indication of Oregon football in this state.
And to know that how far you are from Portland, the metropolis that is for Oregon, so many people come down from there. They drive a long distance to come to this game, the spring game.
Their check-in from Mark Helfrich one more time. Jill?
Thank you, Ted. Coach Helfrich, looking at this game, what have you seen? What do you like?
Guys are competing, for the most part, playing hard. We're making a ton of mistakes, and especially at this point when there's a lot of new guys out there that are trying to communicate together. That we've made a bunch of mistakes, but playing hard.
We see Charles Nelson on both sides of the ball. I asked him, "Hey, which one do you want?" He said, "Hey, whatever they put me out there, I'll go do." But he has that ability to play on both sides. How big of a luxury is that?
Well, it's huge, and he's fantastic in special teams as well. And he's like a kid at play, on the playground. He just wants to play, do everything. What happened? And he's really good at it, and then he's tough and smart, and so that it's a pretty good combination.
Over 35,000 fans made the journey here for the spring game. The support around this team has been tremendous from the community. I know you guys want to put on a good show for them, but what does it mean to have this kind of support?
Well, it's amazing. I mean, just again, it speaks to the passion and the pride that these people have in our program, and it's awesome. It's a great day. It's a little cold for this spring, but it's been great, and to support Food for Lane County, the military, and then this year with the scholarship program, it's great.
What will be the parting message to the guys as you guys wrap up your 15th practice of spring as you head into summer?
To constantly improve, and when spring drills end, they take over, and that's where we think our culture and our chemistry kind of prevails. And so those guys have to do a great job in the remainder of spring and throughout the summer of running the show.
Finally, one wardrobe question. You guys are looking pretty good here with the military uniforms.
Those are Nike boots.
But they are Nike boots. Would you ever wear those for a regular season game?
So I might send these to Yogi. This would be in Yogi's repertoire, I think.
Perfect. Thank you so much, and we'll be looking forward to seeing the Nike boots here come fall.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Well, they've gotten their spring taste of football that'll carry them through the summer. And as it'll be September 5 when the Ducks will be back on this field against Eastern Washington, the first of 7 home games that they will play as the defending Pac-12 champions.
A lot of talent coming back, loaded on offense, have to fill some holes on defense, have to find a quarterback. But I don't think anybody doubts that the machine that Oregon's become is going to keep running right through the fall.